TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Ukmade, and this is Africa Now. The World Health Organization will test 3 new drugs in the latest phase of global solidarity clinic trials to find effective treatments against COVID-19 across 52 countries under the Solidarity Plus program. The 3 treatments, artesunate, imatinib, and infliximab, were selected by an independent expert panel for their potential in reducing the risk of death in hospitalized patients. Artesunate is currently used for severe malaria, imatinib for certain cancers, and infliximab for disease of the immune system, such as Crohn's disease and rheumatoid arthritis. Appearing before a judicial panel on Wednesday, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa acknowledges there was rampant state corruption while he was vice president to former President Jacob Zuma, but did not resign because that would have hampered his efforts to resist the wrath. Ramaphosa, who served as Zuma's deputy for 4 years from May 2014 before succeeding him in February of 2018, appearance before the Inquiry Commission for alleged mass looting of state coffers during Zuma's 2009 to 2018 presidency. Sudan will hand long-time autocrat Omar al-Bashir to the International Criminal Court, along with other officials wanted for the Darfur conflict, Foreign Minister Mariam al-Mahdi disclosed on Wednesday. The ICC issued arrest warrants in 2009 and 2010 for former President Omar al-Bashir, who ruled the country for 30 years until he was ousted in 2019, accusing him of masterminding atrocities in his campaign to crush a revolt in the western region of Darfur. The United Nations says some 300,000 people were killed and 2.5 million driven from their homes in the Darfur conflict, which erupted in the vast western region in 2003. Ethiopian government says Amnesty International latest report is based on a flawed methodology and relies heavily on interviews conducted in refugee camps in the Sudan and remote interviews facilitated by community workers. The human rights group 36-page report published on Wednesday says Ethiopian and Eritrean troops raped hundreds of women and girls during the Tigray War, subjecting some to sexual slavery and mutilation. The Foreign Ministry says that Amnesty International seems bent on engaging in sensationalized attacks and smear campaigns against the government of Ethiopia. The current report reinforces those apprehensions, it adds. Information Minister Lai Mohammed says Nigeria will lift its ban on Twitter soon after negotiations for an agreement to resolving some of its differences with the social media platform. The June 4 ban, widely condemned as an affront to freedom of expression, came days after Twitter deleted a tweet from President Muhammadu Buhari that threatened to punish regional secessionists. Mohammed says the ban would end when Twitter submits the local licensing, registration, and conditions for setting up an office in the country. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching Africa Now. We move to business after the break. Do stay tuned.
There are certain moments in the day when I need my me time to just unwind and indulge.
What is this?
The Cadbury goodness is in every pack of Cadbury 3-in-1 hot chocolate, making you feel cheerful and pleasant.
Now available in 30 grams and 450 grams.
Thank you for staying with us. In business, Nigeria is the 5th highest borrower from the World Bank Group, having borrowed $11.7 billion and is among the 10 highest debt risk exposure globally, a report said. Nigeria's $11.7 billion is nearly 1/3 of the 2021 national budget, which is put at 13.6 trillion naira. African countries next to Nigeria are Ethiopia with $11.2 billion, Kenya with $10.2 billion, Tanzania with $8.3 billion, Ghana with $5.6 billion, and Uganda with $4.4 billion. Still in Nigeria, oil giant Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria Limited has agreed to pay about 45 billion naira judgment debts awarded against its over oil spillages that occurred in 1970, which affected some Ogoni communities in Rivers State, southern Nigeria. The decision is the latest involving OPEC member Nigeria's oil-producing south, where local communities have long fought legal battles over oil spills and environmental damage. Now to Kenya business scene. The Central Bank of Kenya data shows that fixed bank deposits held by Kenyans hit a historic high of 1.598 trillion shillings in July, up from 1.567 trillion shillings in June, marking one of the biggest monthly jumps amid the gradual recovery of the economy from COVID-19 hardships. Uncertainty at the stock market and a slump in real estate have also seen the rich opt to keep cash in banks and tap interest returns, which stood at an average of 6.3% in June. And away from business to politics. After a tense campaign dominated by economic woes and the impact of the coronavirus pandemic, Zambians are voting in keenly observed nationwide elections. President Edgar Lungu, who has cast his vote, is seeking his re-election to fend off a perennial opposition challenger, 59-year-old Hakainde Hichilema, though in total 16 candidates are vying for the presidency. Approximately 7 million citizens are registered to vote for a president, legislators and local government representatives in the polls that open at 6 a.m. local time on Thursday to close 12 hours later at not more than 12,000 voting stations across the vast country. The country will go for a second round if none of the candidates get more than 50% of the votes cast in this election. Madagascar President Andry Rajoelina has dismissed all his ministers with no reason given, days after he criticized some of their performances as below par and weeks after officials said they had thwarted a plot to kill the former coup leader. On Sunday, the president said the performance of some ministers were unsatisfactory, promising change for those who do not carry out the work entrusted to them, he adds. Tanzania's government has banned the Swahili tabloid Uhuru for 14 days for allegedly publishing false information about President Samia Suluhu Hassan. The ban came after Uhuru published Wednesday front page story read, "I don't have intentions to contest for presidency in 2025. A statement issued by the Director of Information Services, Gerson Masigwe, says the paper, which is owned by the ruling party CCM's Uhuru Media Group, could file an appeal to the Minister of Information. And that is Africa Now. For more updates, do visit our website at www.tostvnetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. To stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Ukmade. Thanks for watching.